Hey guys, so I know a lot of new and returning players are starting to take their characters off of the Ignite servers and into the Legacy servers. And with that, you guys are probably trying to start to find parties for different raids. Now, it can be both easy and hard to do that depending on what you have. For example, if you have the little Makoko green leaf on you, it's going to be much easier for you to find a party than if you're a returning player or a new player who doesn't have that and has like low roster level or just things that aren't really great on your resume and people are going to gatekeep you. So I wanted to give you guys a guide on how to get into parties and also how to properly learn these raids so you can actually go out there after you finish this raid, after you lose the green leaf, whatever it might be, to actually get into parties in the future. So first, of course, if you have the green leaf, then you're one of the lucky ones, because getting into the party is definitely going to be very easy for you. Pretty much every single person is looking for a player with a green leaf to run with. That way they can get the veteran tokens and try to get those items from the shop. So in that case, you're in luck because you're probably going to get into parties very easy. But that doesn't mean that you should just sit there and get bust, because a lot of these parties are just looking to bust the new players and aren't really looking to teach them. So instead of trying to expect the veteran players to teach you, I'd say watch videos before you go into the raid so you can actually figure out how to do the raid before you go in, and try to survive and do the mechanics as well as possible, because that way you can start to learn while doing, because unfortunately, not everybody gets the same opportunity as you have to be able to actually make it into these raids and be able to learn them with the veterans. Now, alongside of that, if whenever you are confused about something, please ask questions. Now, I know there's a lot of like perception that Lost Ark players are very toxic and mean, but I'd say for the most part, that's really not the case. Most Lost Ark players are actually pretty good people and they're willing to help. But the thing is, I call them very corpa. They're very, time efficient. I don't know if that's the right word, but because they have a lot of raids to do with a short period of time, they want to make sure that all their raids are done smoothly so they don't have to do any rees or get jailed or anything like that. So they're going to be very gatekeepy as a result. But gatekeepy doesn't mean that they're bad people or aren't going to be able to be nice people and help you. So I would recommend you guys, if you're in a run and there's something that you don't understand and you died to something, right? Try to ask questions. Sometimes you might get rejected, right? Sometimes people might just tell you to shut up or like not respond. But I'm sure oftentimes than not, people are going to be nice and be like, oh, okay, during this mech, you need to do this, and this. Because again, I think that Lost Ark players are actually good people, but they're just kind of corporate. So be sure to make sure you watch videos, try to survive as long as you can and do the mechanics. And if you die or have anything you're confused about, ask questions. That is very important, because when you hit 60/60 or after this event period ends, you're going to want to know how to do these raids. And if you're just sitting there getting bust, you're not going to learn. So yeah, Greenleaf players, you guys should definitely remember to do that. But you're definitely one of the lucky ones, right? You're going to be getting into parties very easy. Now, this next section is going to be for the returning and new players who don't have that green leaf. Maybe for some reason you logged in before or created an account before, and you just don't have that green leaf for the stupid restrictions that they placed upon this game. I mean, I've talked about this already in another video, but I don't think that the criteria that they laid out was very good. So I'm really sorry if you're one of those people who are new or relatively new or a returning player and didn't get that green leaf. But hope is not all lost for you, because there are definitely ways for you to get into parties. And there are some ways that are more well-known and some that aren't. So to start off with the more well-known ones, of course, the old-fashioned start your own party, looking for people to prog with, and then, waiting to see who can join. Of course, with a lot of players from the Ignite servers coming in, there's probably going to be a good number of people who are looking to learn these raids. So it shouldn't be that hard to find a party and go through with it and actually have a prog party. But the one thing that I would note is that what I've heard from people who have done this in the past, a lot of times the people are very flaky. After 2 to 3 tries of, restarting, they kind of start quitting, right? And that can definitely happen. People don't understand how hard Lost Ark raids are. They go in thinking they could get the clear in like 30 minutes to an hour, and they can't do it, right? So for that situation, you can definitely try doing it. but your mileage may vary. Now, the other method I would say is which is I'd say the best method for finding a party, and probably best for time too, because you don't have to like sit in a party finder, is going to one of the looking for group discords. Now, let me show you what I mean by that. So this is the LFG section of Lost Ark Nexus, lostark.nexus/LFG. I'll leave a link down in the description below. But this is a kind of hub for all of the different discords for you to join for Lost Ark that'll help you guys find a group for parties, for raids, whatever it might be. So I would recommend joining 2 discords. The first one is the Lost Ark LFG discord. This is for everybody in the global region, and this will be a good resource for you guys to find parties. And then after that, I would recommend joining the one that represents your server. So for example, if you're on NA West, you want to join Lost Makokos. NA East, you're going to want to join Loot Heroes. And in the EU, you're going to want to join the Makoko ELP server. So these are the servers that you guys should be joining. And I just wanted to go over with you guys what this looks like and why this is such a good resource if you're looking to join a group, whether you're a new returning player, maybe even a veteran player, because this is just a general place for you to get into groups. So I've opened up the Lost Ark LFG Discord. This is the one that is the global one, and I wanted to show you guys what this looks like. So when you go in, you're going to choose a bunch of different roles, right? Depending on where you play, what class you play, whatever it might be. And these will open up different parts of the server for you. So definitely pick the ones that you guys are looking for. So for example, NA West, NA East, those are the servers that I play on. I'm a pre-existing player, and I'm looking this to run raids, right? Or, if for you guys, you might be looking for help or whatever it might be. So you choose what you guys are, considered and what you want to do in this Discord server. And then you can scroll down a little bit and they'll have things like raid guides and, just general chatting. But the important part is going to be these sections right here, the server section. So for example, if you want to do NA East, that's right here. NA West, that's right here. And from here, you can look for teaching raids, learning raids, and just kind of general posts, right? And you can see from here that there are actually regular conversations going on here. For example, right here, a teaching NA East, right? Looking for one support for a Echidna Hard Saturday night. So this is a teaching raid. Learning raids, there are also people doing that. Even 2 hours ago, somebody posted an Ignite party to G3, right? You can see this on NA West as well. This is looking for Edgar stuff. There's some Behemoth prog ones. And then this is for returning support mains in Ignite or Legacy to do teaching runs. Like, there's regularly conversations in here for people looking for groups. And if you guys are looking for a group, you can definitely look to post in here and try to form groups together and plan a time. This is much better than creating a party in Party Finder and hoping that people will join, because you just never know when people are going to join, right? You're going to sit there for hours doing whatever it might be. Maybe somebody joins and you aren't paying attention, doing something else, and then you miss them, right? This is a perfect way for you guys to get groups together outside of Lost Ark. That way you can plan to get together at a certain time and do this outside of your own time. And you can just do other things while this is happening. And also, in my opinion, this is probably a better opportunity for you to create long-term relationships with these people and actually maybe make a static. Let's say, you had a really, really good run in your learning run for Voldus or something, right? And then after that, you're like, wait a second, why don't we get back together for this run? Why don't we get back together for that run? And this is an excellent way for you guys to, 1, get groups together, and 2, build relationships so that going forward, you guys will be able to find parties easier. I always say this, right? Lost Ark, unfortunately, is a very corporate game, but that doesn't mean that new players can't have a good experience. All you need to do is put out the effort, just a little bit of effort, to try to make your own groups, make your own parties, learn sidereal timings, different things like that, and I'm sure you'll be able to get into a party and learn the raids that you need to learn. So, hopefully this video helped you guys find parties and help you guys learn how to create these learning groups or join learning groups, because this is definitely going to be imperative for your time in Lost Ark, and I'm sure that you guys will enjoy the game a lot more when you're able to get into groups for these raids. So Let me know down in the comment section below, especially if you guys are people who have used these Discords before. Let us know, like, what has your experience been in these Discords? Have they been positive? Have they been not so positive? Let us know in the comment section down below. And as per usual, if you want to see more content like this, please consider hitting the sub button. It really helps the channel a lot, and it's a free way to do so. And otherwise, I stream every single night on twitch.tv/misoxshuru, so that's another great way to support the channel. So hopefully I see you guys there, but if not, hopefully I see y'all on the next video. Alright guys, peace.